Hello everybody, welcome to Sick of Shit Broadcasting. I'm the host of this program. Yours truly, Mr. Sick of Shit, after a 3-month suspension. All I was told was I had violated community guidelines in 3 different videos, was not told how, what it was that I said, none of that. Just, that's what happened. And because of that, I was suspended for 3 months. So, that's where that is. That's all I'm going to say. I feel that's pretty unreasonable. Understandably so, I think. But that's the way they do things. So, that's all I'm going to say about that. We've got a lot going on. And there's been a lot that has been going on over the last 3 months. Some of the biggest things at this point that have happened, if you aren't aware, have been that the petrodollar is basically dead. Some of you may be aware that in '74, Nixon took us off the gold standard and made a deal with Saudi Arabia that for 50 plus years they would not accept any form of currency for their oil other than the dollar. Well, that deal has been deleted, basically, and they are now accepting whatever form of currency that any country wants to use in order to buy oil. So the petrodollar is dead. The only thing that there is at this point keeping it propped up, really, is the confidence of the American people in its purchasing power. And that's gone down to about 40%. Was 50% last year, 40% this year, mainly because of these big bank failures. I'm sure you have been made aware of that. It was big news. It doesn't look good for the banks. It doesn't look good for any bank at this point, just so you are aware. So, as I'm pretty sure I have mentioned previous months, don't leave anything more in the bank than you absolutely have to have there to cover your bills. And if you can afford, I'm sorry, but even a homeless person gets money. You know what I'm saying? They get money from people that they beg from. Even they can afford to buy 1 ounce of silver a week. So I would suggest that everybody who can afford to buy gold do so, but definitely combine that with silver, or if you can't afford gold, then just get you some silver and as much of it as you can. It doesn't really look like we have all that much time here before it all just comes crumbling down. I mean, everything. Banks closing, ATMs not working. And that's not even including the fact that we edge closer and closer to World War III all the time because we have an idiot in the Geritol house. You know, the white-haired troll. You know who I'm talking about. I would suggest going to listen to, I think their channel name is Homestead with Doug and Stacy. You're probably familiar with them, but I would listen to everything that they have done over the last week if I were you. One in particular with reference to meat. That's all I can say here as far as that's concerned, because they like to pick on little channels, and they don't, big channels can say whatever they want, but I say the same thing and I get striked and what have you, so I have to be careful. What else is there going on? A lot. I'm sure I'm missing something. Well, I will come back when I figure out what it is that I'm missing. At any rate, I don't know about you, but I am just getting more sick of the shit all the time. That has not changed. That just has not changed, and I don't expect it's going to. I don't know about you, but it feels like every week, and other people I've heard say this, and I understand, I feel the same way. I'm looking out the window to see what chapter of the book of Revelation that we're currently in. It's hard to tell. But it looks to me, and this is my own personal opinion, but it looks to me that, that is the other really big thing. The vast majority of the world has now allied with Russia and China. Yeah, the majority of the world. We got at least 90 to 100 countries that are now allied with them. And that's not even to include actually, Macron. I tried to tell people for a long time, don't trust this guy. He's a globalist. He's not a friend to anybody, including the people of France, especially the people of France. They hate him. I can't say I blame them. He is now, what was it? Did he buy or they bought? China bought liquid natural gas from Macron in yuan. So, there you go. The dollar is basically dead. We're on the verge of World War III, getting closer to it actually in it, really. It just hasn't gotten hot, but we're in it. Things are not looking good. Let's just put it that way. I've already gone too far. I don't know how many people are going to listen to this because it's 6 minutes long. So, I'll be back. And till next time, Mr. Sick of Shit, signing out.